Hello guys and welcome back to Field of Glory Empires. So we have been building up these lands we've taken over the past couple episodes. We've got Mari as a nice little puppet of ours. Crazy how this has come along. We're starting to slowly buy things from the Antigonids, but we're being slowed down a little bit because we're reforming our military and capping out our manpower. About to turn that into metal, which we're doing very terrible on. This isn't going to slow down my military recruitment, mind you. No. We have 4 of these queued up. We still need regular infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There you go. Regular infantry, heavy infantry, all the ranged, other things. Yeah, that's probably the whole stack pretty much recruited. Done for. Our manpower is now under the cap. Regardless, it's about to be exchanged, like 1,000 of it anyway, for some metal, which hopefully we're not actually going to be burning through that quickly. As I get more and more stacks up to defend my growing massive empire. I know we weren't done with buildings, but we had started on it. A stud completed in... Yes, a guard tower would be great considering we keep getting raided over here. So give me a guard tower. That would be awesome. Then to the east, we have finished that public works. We can add a palisade. Yes, please. Ma'am, thank you. Public works done next to that as well, expanding the road network. And a lot of basics still realistically missing. I think I'll add a stud first and foremost. Southeast of that, we have a gambling ring done. Making the loyalty here not perfect, but better. Certainly better. This is a place that still also desperately needs a lot of food, so I don't really know exactly what to add and when. New population southwest of that. In the southeast, we finished the city walls. Like this, everything connected to this could really use some sources of food. I'll take the public works. We could use some infrastructure there. A salt house would add some food and some health, which could be its own problem, potentially. Anything that gives culture would be good, but we want to really pace this. I don't want a fucking amphora. We'll take a salt house, though, because I am worried about food, and we did just add the gambling ring. This is effectively going to be some sort of defensive stack at some point. Effectively, I suppose. But here, this is a different province. Yeah, the public works in Abyss. Well. Ooh. Ugh. We already have the guard tower here. It could be better. This really could be better with the 4 slots available. I feel like the salt house would be the easiest thing to place down, honestly. So let's place down the salt house. It's the health building, you know. It's hurt by the raids, which is unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Regional roads done in Marmasia. I would love... We don't have iron. Oh, the furnace, but we don't have iron, so... Loyalty's fine. We have 3 building slots available. With food doing so well here, I'm honestly probably just going to add the amphora. Because, you know, just get it off the list. We have so much food and infrastructure as is. Easily move another guy up to food as well, but just let the growth add into that. We are missing culture and stuff here, but it's not super necessary. I mean, we do need culture increasingly as the culture decadence ratios become less in our favor over time, especially as we age. Clay pit has been added in Thorentis, where we have 3 building slots available. We have a lot of the basics as things are. We could go for even more of them, or we could even go for things that add culture. I'm not so sure. I think I'll make the granary, and that would easily allow me to move 2 more dudes down to culture, which can help with culture in itself. Extra populations being added, otherwise you have to go east where we just built a granary, and we get either preserved food store, regional roads. You know I have to go for those regional roads, get another guy onto infrastructure for the time being. And we have a crafter district done to the east in Nabatea, where we do have a decent amount of the basics. We have like nothing for culture. We could import papyrus at the cost of 2 infrastructure, which is not a lot to get some decadence reduction and a little bit of culture. This is helpful for both of these things. I am skipping over a lot of opportunities to get this, so let's go ahead and not skip over that. extra population. I want to make sure I'm not missing on these disassembled places. Things like this quarry finishing. Ooh, lots of interesting options here. I'd love to produce salt. We have enough loyalty. I would love a woodcutting spot. I would really, really love it. Love it. It's hard to say which one I want more. None of these are going to help things tremendously. So let's probably go with the salt mine because it'll just be done so quick. Add to the food. We have enough infrastructure. Seems fine to me. A lot of things getting dismantled, mostly usurers. Palisade done in Falagra. I don't know how the hell to say that. We could potentially, by the looks of it, use a little more infrastructure. Probably a couple things. We only have the one slot available, so I could also put this into a furnace. I think I'll take the infrastructure to try to set up some other things in the future. This shows it's going to add quite a bit. What if I... Yeah, so this should be good. Slightly changes it because I feel like the bonus is added before. I'm not sure. Weird. I don't know. I've been questioning that for a while, but we got all the desertics on culture, so this adds to culture. We get some infrastructure. Should hopefully be good in the long run. Brickwork done. Street parlor done. In Corsote. We don't have a fucking palisade. I'll take a palisade. Skipping over that blacksmith. Oof. But we need palisades. Rambia just got a stable. This is a capital. But it's not a very built-up capital. No, sir. We could definitely use food. We could definitely use health. All of these things would be pretty great. I'm not sure which to go for first. We get a training ground. Slotless is a capital, so... Let's go for the slotless training ground. Sure, why not? And then... Is there anything else hiding over here? No. Southeast, we have built a hemp field in Bina. There's 2 more slots available. We have no one on culture. That's quite interesting. This is not a capital. Health could be used here. The amphora could annoyingly be used here, I suppose, in these 2 slots. But, you know, the growth is coming. I think I will add to the physician's house first to encourage some more growth. Sure. The Northeast, we have that military academy finally done. We could add a military school, which I don't think is related to the military academy. No, it's not. It just has the same symbol for some reason. Here in Babylonia, there's quite a lot that we could build. That much is certain. That clear water's tempting. The charcoal pile where we have some local lumber, also very tempting. We have enough food, but a lot of this is just because this shit's filled the fuck up. Honestly, I really wouldn't mind just going for, let's say, the food, right? Take 16 off of there, put 7 back, put the 16 down here. It's all desertics on this. Put another foreigner down here, and then the food would replace what we just used, I guess? Or I could instead take this as a good opportunity for, yeah, well, you know, look at the charcoal pile. Yeah, just rearrange things at the charcoal pile. North of that, we finished land expansion in Citizen, and we can now get a military academy for another leader quality. Wait, our force pool bonus. Leader quality bonus? Huh. These make my generals better? Does these make my rulers better? I didn't know that was a part of it. Modifier. Is that such a thing that's here? Strategy acumen. I think so. I think it's like, that's, well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh, we're going to start making that. That's going to take forever. That's going to take forever. Especially with other things building here that are going to take forever. That's less things I have to do. Thilabalis. In Thilabalis, this is another capital. We can build some stuff. We get some infrastructure from the stable, some equipment, some horses. This is a capital. I'll take some infrastructure from that. We have plenty of building slots. Wells are done in Assyria to the west of this. Do we have anything else? I don't believe so. So how about to the east? To the east, we have disassembled a slave market. Oh, gosh. Right here in Kosai. And we can now build something else. I'm not quite sure what to build. Without perfumes, I don't know if we really even want the pleasure house. If anything, something else might be better. We could build the amphora, but you know what cost that would be at already. Rather, I think I'll build the Builder's Hall and just move an Iranian down off of infrastructure. Maybe even like 2 of them. Let's just do 1 for now. On to culture to try to make up for that. Let everyone else kind of grow in on food. We built an anchorage in Uxia, where we have 6 slots available right now. Lots of good options here I could definitely use. Let's build the cult site. We definitely could use some conversion bonus here, and the culture, of course, we could use. Regional roads done next to that in a capital where we don't even have a palisade. It's always the palisades or the furnace, where I really need furnaces. And what do we have here? Well, we have a lot on culture here already. We could really use some food here. And then even some wood cutting. Wood cutting's great. Wood cutting's great when you see it. Could definitely be useful. Only that 1 slot, though, is kind of unfortunate. But for 4 turns, so we could also use health, I suppose. Give me that woodcutter. I'll take the woodcutter. Move you onto food. Move you onto food. Because we know how this is going to go. Cult site done next to that and a new population acquired. There are 4 slots available. And we do have a bronze works that we can build. That's some metal. Gladly give me that. Slave market done, or well, removed next to that in Sagardia. We could upgrade the Sacred Estate. It's slotless. Maybe some loyalty bonus. That sounds pretty good to me. We could also really use some fucking infrastructure. Growth in 1 turn? Let's go ahead and do the brickwork. I think I use that infrastructure to fund what comes next, ideally. To the south, we've built regional roads in Gadrosia. You can't quite see it on the map yet. In all of these places, we really need cult sites, and it's okay here. So we'll build the cult site. We have so many slots available. Salt mine done in Makran. We could definitely use some more loyalty and stuff here, but the only option for that right now is a theater, and we're missing a lot of the basics because this place is in unrest. Well, we'll do the theater anyway. But I am tempted to do the harbor, but we'll do the theater anyway. Try to help culture and loyalty here, and we'll see from there. The northeast, we built an orchard in Paktiana. We could build a palisade. Yes, please. That's important. New population, but it doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot. With so much food here especially, I wonder if we just put more dudes on culture. That will hurt growth a little bit, but the culture will certainly be useful. Just let all new growth drop back in on food. And we're building some more health. A vineyard's done down south. And we got those slaves from the black market as well, interestingly. Now we have some choices to make. This irrigation system would actually be useful with the bonus. In some places, it's like negative. It's so weird. This is not a capital, so we don't need a weapons manufacturer. Why is this even an option? Maybe because of this. Let's get rid of the mercenary recruitment center. Open up even more slots. We'll go ahead and plop down this irrigation system. Yeah. Solid walls done at oh god, I can't say these words. But I think a land reclamation would be good. No idea why this is going to take so much infrastructure or why it's going to take so fucking long, but there you have it. And there's several slots here, so let's just move some excess citizens down to infrastructure because I'm sure we could really use it here, judging by how long this is all going to take. Extra population, well, put them on infrastructure a little bit, huh? Because clearly we don't have enough. We have tons of food here. Now that I'm dismantling so many buildings that I don't need. I think they're still building what I had them build. I forget if I placed that copper mine down there or not. No remember at this point. And missing stuff here. We formed this province and Cyprus is the capital. So, let's see. What did I dismantle something? No, good healthcare got a new population. Well, I'll take the land reclamation. Sure. Land reclamation's good. As for other locations in this province, we need to get rid of unnecessary extra military buildings. I'm not so sure about getting rid of a siege workshop. honestly. I feel like I probably have done that before. This is nice because it's more of a defensive thing. So having it isn't necessarily terrible. Maybe I'll keep that. I feel like I might have gotten rid of it in some places before. But I'll keep it for some. This is not a very full province because we don't have this part of it right here. That's a whole problem to potentially deal with. I have troops kind of heading in that direction. It would be a quick war if I were to fight it. But we're not going to fight that just yet. We don't really care too much about it. The final thing I missed over here is this province where's our capitals? Right there on the border. All right. Siege workshop. For the same reason, I will leave alone. But every other unnecessary thing will be gone from the other locations. I'm not sure about that weapons manufacturer, however. Because, you know, those are pretty good. But these other ones, yeah. We do have a building slot available here. I will, I think, obviously go for the regional roads. Yes, we got extra population. That's what opened that up. And that is everything. So we have stack building, buildings set. We're really not going as into metal as I probably should be. Because I'm also going into culture, but I'm also trying to facilitate constant growth. I'm trying to balance things, really. And balancing manpower is one of these things. I really want to get it balanced so where we kind of like always have enough, but not so much that we're constantly going over. And this income right now is more than 10% of our like max, right? Every turn. Maybe like a 10% max is better. Maybe we'll get down there soon. I'm not sure. We're burning through money, burning through metal. We just kind of need to take stock and proceed. But for now, we're also waiting on that trade. Next turn, that trade should go through, and we should have expanded even more now into the Antigonids territory, buying their shit. I should be even poorer than I ever have been. Technically, I should have probably a similar amount of money as I have right now, if not a teensy bit more. And then we can look at buying even more stuff. Because unless some other decision comes up where I'm going to spend a fuck ton of money. Oh, there you go. You can see the territory trade just happen. Oh, shit. I see a rebellion happened where I'm sending that other stack. You see it on the right? That rebelled. And I knew it would, which is why I was sending a stack there. So now we're back in the white again, but I mean, we're doing all right. Ethiopia is on the list, I see. It's funny. It's funny to see Ethiopia, like my puppets. Where's Maria on here? Probably not doing very well. Yeah, they're in the red. They're an old monarchy. That's sad. I'm sorry, guys. The Antigonids, I would love it, honestly, if they slipped away and then just, like, broke into all these little pieces. They're not going to at this rate, but who knows? So, we got our trade deal. Slave market. Disperse. There's more than just the capital that can move slaves. There's like places like this as well, where they definitely did move some at some point. Don't want this. And how has this gone so far? I don't know if we've been moving more or not. It feels like we really haven't, but... So we took this over. We need to create the new province. Oh gosh. What am I looking at? I mean, this is pretty fine, honestly. Get rid of the slave market. We don't need that, but this is not a bad setup. Not at all. What do we want? A major harbor would be majorly awesome. It is slotless. I would prefer to build things that are not the M4, right? Naturally. Let's build a major harbor. And leave most things here alone for now. I mean, where's the capital gonna go? Probably over here, realistically, if I had to guess. So we could probably get rid of this barracks. Just with an educated guess. We'll get rid of this barracks. Coastal Fortress, I love that. Get rid of this armorer. This is the next place we took over. This is such a weird fucking setup. Get rid of that slave market. Such a weird setup. I don't even know what to do with this. Now, we don't need this much infrastructure if we're not really using it, right? So, move 5 guys from that onto culture. So, we do have guys on culture. Everyone else can just stay on food, I guess. Then we have the next location where we expect the capital will end up being. We could just leave everything there except this. You sure? I don't want him. Wow, look at all the food we make. Jesus Christ. 4, 5, maybe more food. Ooh, no real infrastructure here. No need to worry about. How about like 5 more onto culture? That's pretty good, man. Honestly, yeah, let's just add some more. Now, culture's being balanced with culture and decadence, and these are very, very decadent locations. My getting rid of usurers and things like that will help, but God, these are very decadent locations. Every little bit's gonna help, but it's gonna need constant maintenance. Like I said, look at that. We have like slightly more than we had before. So here's that revolt. I don't know why it always pops up twice, but I expected this. I expected it. These are desertic, yet they have things I could never have. My army's coming over there to squash them. This is a defensive army, so they don't have a general. There's a... Wait, what the hell? Oh, there's an Antigonid army just chilling in one of my places. The Antigonids and now the Marians just populate my territory, funnily enough. All we're waiting on for our stack is 4 more infantry, and then our new stack will be good to go. I don't know why there's this mercenary thing. I'm not at war. Is it because I'm getting raided? I'm pretty sure it's because I'm getting raided. I am half tempted to buy metal with 2,000 money, but I don't think that I will. No, we could probably find a way to sneak it in on buildings or something. Probably. So what do we have here? We just built a public works here in Libya. Plenty of things, certainly, that we do need. Man, a preserved food store would be great. But while we are raided and we're missing so many other things, it's very much like, kind of just need basics. So a ranch would be pretty good. We have nothing giving loyalty bonuses, and we could probably use one. This wouldn't give culture, but it would give 6 loyalty. Let's go ahead and get that. We have enough of the basics otherwise, so let's do that. Charcoal pile's been built in Garamatia, which is a capital that doesn't even have a palisade. So let's go ahead and put a palisade. Free infrastructure, public works built in Kufra. And what else do I want? The stables would be an okay source of some infrastructure. Otherwise, we could, of course, use some food. I think I'll build the stables. And does it change dramatically? No. If I put you on food, so let's put you on food. This is the location where we could definitely use some more food. This is that region. New population. Wheelmaker in Sirtka. Need a lot of basics in Sirtka. A lot of basics. We don't have the basics. Let's add... Well, we already have salt as a local trade good somehow. Guess it's in a different region in the province or something. Food and health would be nice. Let's go ahead and get a salt house. It's just better when you have access to everything. We have a charcoal pile built in Ardenius. A regional road definitely takes my priority. New population. Wheelmaker in Naucratis has been built, so that's way more in the way of infrastructure. I will gladly move this new desertic guy down to culture for right now, but otherwise, we just want to build some other stuff. We have the cult site. We can upgrade its conversion using the temple. That would seem pretty effective, I would say. Move some other guys onto food, I think, in the meantime. I'm so tempted to build, like, the flax field, though. Let's build the temple, though. We could use some more culture. We could use a bonus to conversion here, for sure. Let's just do that. Built a bloomery south of that, and boy, would I love this blacksmith. Tons of infrastructure, but also some metal, which we desperately need some fucking metal. Give me some fucking metal, Plox. Let's redo this. Let's get all desertics onto culture. And let's get, I guess, max Hellenics on infrastructure for right now. And the rest onto food. And we can head further south where we just finished a land expansion at Koptos. And I think I'll add a city walls here. And 1 Hellenic citizen to infrastructure. We built a physician's house in Port and got a new population available. We could definitely use the cult site. We have, maybe like vaguely enough of the basics. I don't want to say we definitely do, but We have enough to get a cult site at least. Some culture, conversion rate. Very useful. We know we need culture. We know we need conversion rate. So yeah. Heading south, we built an expert stone cutter in Resoula. And what do we want now? Well, the infrastructure would definitely help if we're not putting anybody on infrastructure. The hemp field would be basic but helpful. I'll get the brickwork to set up the other things. We should have growth before we fill up all these slots anyway. The Salon Temple finished in Abula, and we can build, preserved fruits for our copperworks. I'll take the copperworks so we get some extra metal. Metal's very important. Gonna burn through some infrastructure though, which, as we know, will be interesting. Probably move one guy from... Oh. Are you really the best guy? How about I move the other Desertic there? Move you guys up here. That looks a bit better. Sure. Let's do that. And then head north where we have a new population. In Adramite, we have one slot available. We have to make it count. We don't really need massive loyalty bonuses here at the moment or anything. Culture is nice. This doesn't give culture. This gives money. We don't have wild beasts for that or anything. My options are spread out. They're special. Gymnasium would give a health bonus. That could be nice. We're pretty low on infrastructure here is the funny thing. We do have horses. I could get the stables. I think I'll get the stables. That sounds good. We finished our, what was it? Mercenary Recruitment Center on the capital. I can get the weapons manufacturer finally on the capital. I really want that. I love getting more equipment. Yeah. I want it. Give me. Order and counter order. Having started the recruitment of a given unit, the orders have been revoked and a new unit has been ordered. 25% of accumulated equipment loss. What? Started the recruitment of a unit. Orders have been revoked, new unit has been ordered. I think that's not really describing something I did. I think that's just describing like an efficiency thing, and that's probably why these guys are not done yet, because of some RNG efficiency debuff or something. That's my guess. We have a new population over here in Pancha that we can use. The only thing food-wise I could build here is the granary. It's the only thing. Maybe they'll unlock some new things after that, but I feel like we might as well build the granary thus, right? East of that, we have built a hospital in Chibba. We have 4 slots available with which to build on. The orchard seems like it would be a pretty good one looking at our setup. I could also just go for the street parlor and just leave all these dudes on food, or go for the slotless stadium to get some more health. This place is doing pretty well on decadence, I would want to say. Our health is already really high, honestly. I'm going to just go for the orchard for right now. Going to add 12, and then I can move a citizen down to infrastructure. Looks good to me. Regional roads have been finished next to that, and by God, does it look fucking beautiful. Maybe here we can go ahead and build the preceptor house to get some culture and lower decadence. This place has higher decadence. Could definitely use some help. Northwest of that, preserved food store done. School done northwest of that. We have 1 slot available. I feel like building a stables here would be a fairly simple, efficient, easy thing to do. We could really use some more health here. So I'm going to get the physician's house instead. Yeah. Then heading north, the smokehouse has been done in Trakonatit. 3 slots are available. I will gladly take the land expansion. A new population has opened up a slot in Samaria to the west of that. I will gladly take the land expansion. And a harbor done in the Sinai, which is a capital, where I will gladly take a land expansion. Salt mine done in Phoenicia, where I will gladly take a preserved food store, I think. Probably. That would be useful on this coast. I'd also love to produce some tar. Tar's good. I don't know if we can even get the food building here that we already have it. The hemp field? I guess we already have tar somewhere locally. So maybe it's not that important after all. We don't need loyalty here. We do not. So I'll take the preserved food store in that case. But it looks like we are out of time for this episode, so I'm going to call this one here for now. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.